Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 54 of our Confederate Summer 61 campaign in version 1.10 using the A.O.M mod. So, I'm gonna have to say this. I'm actually thinking about cutting this campaign to a close, as the Union national morale is going in the wrong direction. It's gone up to 22 now, even after that last defeat, or last two defeats. They have not recaptured any of their major towns, and their national morale is climbing, which is kind of pissing me off a little bit, to be honest. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the campaign or not, but we were trying to close this out. It really should be closed out at this point, and their morale is climbing even with all the losses. So I'll probably keep this going for, if it doesn't end with an episode sometime next week, I will probably bring it to a close and say it's done. And because this is, as we all know, we are playing with a glitched out game when everything reset halfway through the campaign. So I think I'm going to give this the 4 episodes for next week, and if we don't end it by next Saturday's episode, I will be shutting it down and calling it a victory. This is starting to remind me of when the game first came out and you couldn't end a campaign no matter what you did. Alright, so barring that, we just did have a victory at the Battle of Strasbourg here in the valley, or just outside the valley along the Cowpen River. And the federal units have retreated further south down the valley and kind of stopped opposite of New Market. But the 2nd Corps Army of Kentucky, 1st Corps Army of New England was not in the battle, and the 2nd Corps Army of Kentucky was not in the fight. So I've given orders for the Corps of Kanawha to keep pushing down the valley along this river and engage these 2 corps. They are still in supporting distance of the rest of the Army of Western Virginia, so that's not an issue. And even though they're not at full readiness, I'm ordering, it'll actually be faster if I get him up here into Wheeling to recover his readiness, because he's sending across the river in Marietta, Ohio, which is, even though we control every city, it's still Union State. So I'm going to move him into Wheeling to get his readiness back up and then push him into Pittsburgh. Corps of Rappahannock is on its way to Annapolis, which I thought I'd flip, but I think I'd moved the Corps of Florida out too soon. That army is so small that it takes a long time for it to flip a city on its own. And I've given orders for the to no longer wait for the Corps of Florida with the siege of Fort Delaware. I'm ordering the Corps of Potomac to engage the Army of the Shenandoah, which is 95 men going to 3,100. But we know this federal corps here I can't see right now, unless they spread out. But I'm ordering him north to engage the corps here or begin the siege of Fort Mifflin, so that we can take down Philadelphia. I will pursue Lincoln all the way up to Canada if I have to. Now here in the West, it's getting a little weird, because there are federal corps quite literally all over the place. Some of them you just can't see right now. There's one building at the supply depot down here. So Corps of Arkansas, once again, I put Price in charge of Western Command, and it's taken a long time for those orders to get issued, but 55 hours still. But he has orders to come down here. What town is this? To Greencastle and attack the Union Corps that's in that area. Corps of Missouri. So this corps here did approach and then backed off, and now they're building a supply depot. So I'm going to wait for them to finish building this supply depot, and then I'll order the Corps of the Missouri. Why is Davenport under federal control when he's sitting on it? That might be why their morale went back up. They did retake Davenport. But I'm going to wait for them to finish building the supply depot, and then I'm going to go hit them. And up here with the Corps of Western Tennessee, as soon as his readiness is slightly back into the green, I'm going to be sending them east to hit these corps over here. And Longstreet has finally made it into St. Joseph. The corps that was pursuing him has stopped, outside of Topeka and are building a supply depot themselves. So hopefully this gives him time to get his numbers back up. If not, I'll continue retreating him. Most of his troops are Texas. They're all Texas and Indian Territory troops, so I may have to send them down into an Oklahoma, Texas region, or for him to get more soldiers. And the Raider Squadron is still retreating towards Cedar Key. So as soon as I hit port, I'll be bringing them back over to Fernandina and trying again to hit the fleet that's outside of Savannah. I think that covers everything. So I'll be back when something happens. Alright, it's now June 19th, and First Corps of the Army of the West has joined in the siege of Fort Mifflin, which just started a day ago. So we actually, because another army has joined the field and our readiness is high enough, we are able to attack them without having to wait to besiege the fort. So we're going to assault them. They have 14,300 infantry, 72 guns on the field. We have 26,500 infantry, and we have not. Okay, we're not gonna be able to fight this one. Maybe we can get both done in the same battle. All right, so the Corps de Canois has found a fight. All right. This might be a long episode. We're going to take down both of these fights this episode, depending on how long this one takes. So we were continuing to pursue down the Cowpen River here, and it looks like the Corps that retreated here are going to give us a fight. So it's the 1st Corps Army of Kentucky with 20,000 men, Army of the Ohio, and Army of Kentucky headquarters. Basically the same men we fought last time. These two corps chose not to fight. They just kind of stuck up against the river. So I did try engaging them, and I wasn't able to. So we are fighting William Keim again. So I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of New Market, and surprisingly enough, after checking my notes, this is the first Battle of New Market we've had in this campaign. I'm used to having several battles at New Market, several at Winchester. We just haven't had that happen this campaign. A lot of our stuff's been happening out west. So we are actually defending, amazingly enough. So, Corps de Monongahela is 42 hours away, so you're not going to be in this fight, but we do outnumber them, and we are defending. So we have the Army of Ohio, which is just a corps on its own, and the Army of Kentucky with a corps, and it looks like they're both on the field already. And they have the Valley Turnpike and Long Meadow as the two entry points. And we're behind Bushong Hill. So I'm going to do this like I did last time. I'm going to push my army right up to the fence line here and along the stream bed here. And I'll leave this open to them. It can be used as false cover and have the artillery set up back here. So there's a few ways they can get to me, but it's all pretty open ground. Day's dry, so I could track dust clouds and sound. I have a feeling they're going to come right up the center on this one using the macadamized road. So, let me get this all set up, and I'll be back once we have contact with the Federals. Man, did I just mess up. So, I'm down south, scouring the map for the Federals, and they came in from over here while I wasn't looking. Oh, Lord. That was unexpected. Didn't have an entry point. They used my own tact. Oh, they had this entry point up here and I didn't see that. That's alright. We'll deal with this mess. Thankfully enough, right here, I have Taliaferro and DeLangle with those sharps. No, you're going to the wrong location. I want you there. Good. This is actually Not that big of a deal. Surprising, but not a big deal. I'll grab that battery. It's a good thing I had a division sitting in reserve. Are you kidding me? They're right in front of your face. There we go. Never mind. That shouldn't have happened. Oh, come on. I'm calling BS. I can't believe I got caught out like that. Like I said, I'll do a sky view while those orders are getting issued out. I'm actually down here and over here looking for dust trails and whatnot, and I did not see they had this point over here where my mouse is. That's where they came in from. Ugh. Pushing up. Why is this Legion's getting hammered? Get in position, boys. Come on. There we go. Got those sharps firing into them now. Morale can't be too good after the last battle. Nah, they're breaking already. Caught me by surprise and they're already breaking. Cavalry division over here, see if we can't bag some of them. Set up all these defensive arrangements and it was the wrong arrangements. Ugh. Advancing on them. Keep those weapons hot. Now they're going to break here any second now. Good job by the AI. They almost... If I didn't hear the gun starting to fire, I would have never noticed the attack. Alright, push through and relieve this division. This was only one corps. There's another corps on the field somewhere. And you can hear them right here. I just heard somebody marching. They're coming up from down here. Keep pushing into them. Double time. Gallop them horses. That's all she wrote. They're breaking. Get mounted. Need to start charging you in. Go get those boys. Get them and not break. Hell, I told you. You're not entering hand to hand like this, folks. That's just, nah, just keep shooting them. Works for me. Here, charge them now. Bag me that brigade. Speed this along, that's over. Alright. I think that's one of the fastest battles I've ever fought. I'm being caught completely off guard. I can't believe I let that happen. That's embarrassing. Oh well. Not high casualties, they had both corps on the field, but one corps came on the flank, and one corps was coming up the center, but they never made it into the fight. So, took down 850 to 27,000 infantry. We got 15 of their 40 guns. Controlled 950 to 28,000. We lost 486 infantry, 80 cavalry, for a total of 566. So, almost 2-to-1 odds. Just under. I'm not even going to look at the paperwork for this one because casualties are just so low. And there's only one viewer unit and was not in the fight. That was in the division I was setting up on the road. Gotta say, go ahead in the comments and lambaste me for that one. I deserve it. I really do. They dropped their national morale by another 0.20. We should have Annapolis soon. Take a look at that real fast. This game did advance a few days. And we should have retaken Davenport by now. Alright, what we got here? Enemy reports suffered total casualties of 963 men, thereof 96 killed and 843 captured. Didn't realize we captured anybody. Our casualties total 566 men, with 73 killed and 56 missing. Captured 468 rifles and 6 guns from the field and sent 807 more soldiers off to prison. So Camp Chase now has 25,000 men in it. Jeez. Alright, so we should have retaken Davenport by now. Nope, almost there. Almost there. And how are we looking back at Annapolis? And we were almost there with Annapolis also. Alright, let's get back to the fight I wanted originally. Was over here at Fort Mifflin. So, let's see what we can do here. I'll be back after this finishes loading in. Alright, welcome to the Battle of Fort Mifflin. Even though we're assaulting, we actually have the defense point. It's a little surprising. And they are coming in on this road here, so they're going to come straight down through Deweyville. And either use this road here or this road here. I'm not liking the way that looks. Ooh, this is horrible ground. They were coming in from the south and I was defending from up here. That'd be beautiful, but that is horrible defensive ground. What I could do, actually probably what I am going to do, set up a division here and a division here on this high ground. Watch both roads and keep my other 2 divisions in reserve and flex them as necessary. We fighting. Major General Haskell. Alright. Ooh, and Pope's fighting him. Shows that he's feuding. So his 4th Division commander is feuding with him. But what it's not showing me is the garrison force from the fort. They should be on the field also. So it's not showing me that at all. So Haskell versus Ewell. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I just don't like this approach route, so put a division here. And I don't want to put them all the way out here. So I'll put a division here, cover this open ground. I'm not sure where I'm going to put my artillery, though. There's just no good place for them. Or I split the batteries up, that's probably what I'll do. You know what? Let me figure out what I'm going to do, and I'll be back with defensive dispositions. Alrighty, I'm not crazy about what I got going on here, but it's probably the best I can do with the terrain and where the point is. So, I have 2nd Division set up here in breastworks along the road inside the defense area, or my deployment area, with 3rd Division sitting reserve on them, and I gave them the Richmond Howitzers and the Loudon Battery to give them cover. Over here, I'm going to send 1st Division up to this ridge line along the road, which is North Durham Rangers, Grandpa's Grunts, and the White Suns, and they're going to be supported by 4th Division, which doesn't have any viewer units in it. And I'm going to be sending the cavalry up to the top of the mountain here, just to see if we can't spot out along the roads to figure out which way they are going. But I should be able to hold in one area and flex the divisions as necessary. So I'm not crazy about it, but I think it's the best I can do for right now. other than pushing forward and looking for them, which I could do, but it's unnecessary as they have to come for me. And I did double check. They only have the one entry point this time. Let me check again. I mean, after the last battle, I'm a little paranoid about it now. Don't want them coming on a flank I'm not looking at. All right. Yep, just a one. So, that'll be it. I'll get these guys set up in position, and I'll be back once I have contact with the Federals. Alrighty, it's 13:30, day one. I found the Federals. They're on the other side of the mountain, and they are not moving. You see these boys here, and there are some more I spotted down here. So I don't know if they're actually going to come for me or not. It's a little odd. Don't want to go after them if I don't have to. But I may just have to do that. But it's 13:30. We got the whole day, or half the day still. Pull my cavalry back so they're not just taking artillery fire unnecessarily. But I don't think they're going to come at me. I don't think their morale is good enough. No, their morale is higher than mine. The morale's at 63. We're on their home territory. We are in Pennsylvania. And they are not getting reinforcements. I'm surprised they're not coming. I'll let this play out, and I'll be back. Alrighty, we have gone into day two. The Federals never made an advance, and you know me, I'm not going to wait for them. So we did have a chance to redeploy. So I have moved the 4th Division, 1st Division, and 3rd Division, yes, forward along the Mosinee Road, and we're going to push up the hillside here. This is their last position. That's probably where they still are. So these 3 divisions outnumber this corps. So I should be able to do the job with them. And I have left 2nd Division in place with 2 batteries and the cavalry division and engineers in reserve, just in case they decide to come down to Deweyville-Greeley roads. So I'm going to push these boys forward, and hopefully we'll have this battle done quickly. Doubt it, but we'll see. I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 5:47. My divisions are pushing to the top of the ridge here, and the Federals are still in place. They're not making a move. So, you know me, we are pushing in. Try to do a broad front attack here. We'll see if they come out for us. I don't think my 2 batteries are going to be any good to me over here. We will see. Might as well get these guys marching, though I doubt they'll get in here in time for the fight. Those batteries up the mountain. Won't do me any good from the wood. Alright, I'll be back once we start closing in. Alrighty, it's 6:30. And they are reacting. Once again, they've got a piecemeal brigade. Oh, this is 4th Division, so he's arguing with the Corps commander. If I saw by the notes. Get you on top of that hill there. Better firing position than being on the backside of that ridge. Trying to get a good attack position going on. But if they make a piecemeal attack at me, like this one division wants to come forward and get rifled down, I will take it. Blakely's are firing good. All right, South Carolina, Dr. Jones. Looks like South Carolina got the first blood. Oh, there's a bunch of them there. Push up and fire. Who was that I just ordered? First VMI, get in there. Seeing these guys off, I could start pushing 1st Division in on this flank because they just emptied out this area of troops. Get up at the double time. Move the cadets. There we go. Keep killing them. Have a nice little fish bowl here. Tigers, you go get some too. I don't know what it is with the AI and sending their men at me in such a way that I can just rip them apart piecemeal. But I will take it every day. Two to 1 odds on the casualties. Got them at 5% already. And there they go. Not even much of a fight. Alright, let's chase them down. The cavalry division up yet? No, they're not going to make it in time. We'll gun down as many of these boys as we can. I mean, Haskell's just got to be a bad commander, to be honest with you. He didn't attack, and his morale's still fine, and he's already pulling out. First time I've seen this happen, actually. Here's second VMI. You guys are still sitting here getting shot. They're not withdrawing the way they usually do either. Get the artillery, get the infantry. That second brigade. We'd have 5-star brigade, but it's still only 1 perk level. You know what, Tigers, go get them. Is this battery coming at us? Alright, I'll take that. 2 minutes left. I don't think we're going to get this up. Nope. Actually, it's first battle, we didn't get any guns. Wow. Oh, that was a quick one, to be honest with you. That could have gone a lot longer. It should have gone a lot longer. Haskell withdrew his men while he still had 50% morale and not too many casualties. So, a little odd, to be honest. So, took down to 1,800 his 14,000 infantry. And none of his guns. This is a first. 0 guns. And we lost 497 infantry, 43 cavalry, for a total of 542. And the 43 cavalry was 7 casualties from day 1 when they spotted the Federals and took some artillery fire, and the rest is, I think, deserters from the 1 regiment. Because there's a 125-man unit in that brigade, so its morale's trash right now. Let's see what type of casualties these guys laid out. So we're going to keep this episode going. I mean, those 2 battles are pretty fast. So 4th Division fought. So it's South Carolina Legion, Baylor's Brigade, and Jones's Brigade. The Legion did 488 infantry casualties. Baylor did 201. And Jones did 391. Division total of 1,080. And 3rd Division. Thought they would have done a little, especially 2nd VMI. They got quite a few volleys in there, so I'm surprised they didn't do better. 1st VMI did 90 casualties to infantry. Louisiana Tigers did 21 to infantry and took 28 prisoners for a total of 49. And 2nd VMI did 106 infantry casualties. Division total 245. And only the 1 battery was firing. They did 5 casualties. All right, close out of here. I'm kind of happy they came out and attacked me the way they did, but also at the same time I was setting up this beautiful attack I didn't get to launch too. That's kind of upsetting. It would have been a perfect L-shaped attack. 1st Division coming up, sending the 2 divisions in the front, locking them down. 1st Division coming in on their left flank. I wasn't planning on using the 2nd Division at all because it's just going to take them a while to get into position. But if I had, I would have had them on 3 sides. Would have been. I could still see the plan of attack in my head, and it would have been beautiful. It would have been. Haskell's a coward and pulled out way before he should have. But it kept his casualties down. His casualties could have been a lot higher. So, You guys can lambast me for the fight at Newmarket, but this one you got to lambast the Union commander for. And I just finished off the last of my Glenlivet. Damn it. Yeah, looks like I go to Johnny Black now. Gotta get to the liquor store. Alright. How did Colonel Shipp become a national hero? He just took over a division. Huh. Alright. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 1,832 men. They have 134 killed and 109 captured. Our casualties total 543 men, with 51 killed and 167 missing. So we captured 1,386 rifles, 0 guns from the battlefield, and sent 111 soldiers out to the POW camps. That's a drop in the bucket compared to what we've been taking. That fight. Did that give us the fort? No, it don't look like it. I thought that would give us the fort. Gonna move them back in now. Alright, it's still June 19th, so game hasn't advanced anything since the last battle. It basically happened on the same day as Newmarket. Actually, exact same day as Newmarket, just went a day longer. But we assaulted, so that should have given us the fortifications. Oh well, it is what it is. So we're taking down Fort Delaware, we're taking down Fort Mifflin. As soon as the Court of Rappahannock finishes flipping Annapolis, I'm going to put them back under Lee's command, and I'm going to send them across the Chesapeake into Dover. Take the one city in Delaware. Now we're looking over here. Full readiness in 19 days. Alright, we're going to keep this episode going a bit longer. We got a lot. Those two battles were quick, and we are trying to push through on this campaign, so I'll be back. Alrighty, it's now June 20th, which is the second day of the Battle of Fort Mifflin. And we have another battle going on, so we got 3 battles in a 2-day period. So the Corps of Arkansas is in contact with 1st Corps Army of the Tennessee. So Army commander's not anywhere nearby, so we have Early against Israel Vages. So once again, we're going to take this fight, and I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Greencastle. So we are attacking. First battle in this episode where we are not defending. And they are defending Carver's Bay. So this is really straightforward. I have a feeling they're going to be defending here at the 2 bridges. Kind of like what they did last time that we were on this map. So my plan is to use this road here, the Mason Hill Road, and come around from this direction. There's no point to try and cross the river. Then again, the last time I tried doing a flanking movement like that, the Federals were set up on the flank route, which was really surprising. But we'll do it again. You know, definition insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same results. Alright, so yep, definitely taking the flank road. I'm not fighting across these bridges. But they could also be set up defensively here. Yeah, no, I'm coming down Mason Hill Road. So I'm getting my troops set up, get them in motion, and I'll be back once we have found the Federals. Alrighty, it's 1600 in game. And you can't see them now, but I did just have sighting on Federal skirmishers along here and on the other side of the river over here. So they're actually, once again, on the defensive point. So my plan for right now is I have marched my troops all the way down and around into these woodlot here. And I'm actually going to continue to do that. So I'm going to leave one division out here on the road with the artillery to tie down the forces out here. And send 2 more divisions through the wood to take Carver's Bay itself. So I think their forces are spread over here and not in this area. But I could be wrong. So I'm going to keep my troops here for right now. It is 1600. There's only a few hours of daylight left, so I'm not going to be getting much done. Move my corps commander up so I can get a bigger deployment area. So I should be able to redeploy forward to at least up here come tomorrow and get this attack kicked off. So I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 0500 on day 2. And I've decided on a plan of attack here. So I'm going to be sending the 2 native allied divisions through the woods here to attack the objective point directly. And I'll be sending my other 2 divisions, which is Maury and who's this? Watkins, down the main road here. And this terrain is flat, so I really don't have much in the way of artillery sighting. So I'm going to send Grandpa's artillery division up along this ridge right here. It's not much of one, but it should be enough to get me elevation over my infantry. And hopefully in range of the federal positions, as they are 10-pound parrots, though they may not have the range. So I'm going to get these troops moving, and I'll be back once the firing commences. Alrighty, it's 0600, and in a weird turn of events, the Federals have redeployed to the other side of the river, of all things. Kind of mind-boggling, but that's what they did. So the 2 road divisions, oh, look at this. They left us entrenchments. How nice of them. Alright, you guys go to there. Hopefully we can get into those entrenchments pretty quickly. Boys come here. I mean, they just gave us everything. We don't have to attack them now. They have to come at us. Send them reserve over here. So my corps is a little spread out, but as long as I can cover the crossings, we'll be fine. So once again, these are all these brigades either had Springfields or Lorenzes. It's a pretty well-armed army. It's only the Corps of Rappahannock that is not well-armed. These guys are all going to be in range of my artillery once it's set up. I'll be back once these boys try to start pushing across the river. Should be interesting. Alrighty, it's 6:30 in the morning, and we have a little bit of a fight going on for these trenches here. They did push some detachments across. Just waiting for these guys to get their advance orders and get them in there. Once we have those entrenchments, they're not coming across the river. And my artillery is happily plugging away at them. I'm just sending Claiborne's brigade over to this fort over here to keep an eye on that, because I think I saw some troops in the woods here. There we go, push them out. I gave you boys advance orders. seems the best way to get rid of skirmishers is just do a hard advance on them. Just sitting there and trying to shoot it out with them just don't work. And there were troops in the woods out of behind the woods. Not worried about that. First Native Division will take the objective points, and I'll bring them up here in reserve. But I have feeling this will be a fairly one-sided affair. These guys down, taking artillery fire. This looks like mostly a skirmish affair for now, so I have no reason to go across the river to go get them, so I'll be back if they decide to try and push across. Alrighty, it's almost 10 a.m. now, and the Federals are not pushing across the river. What they seem to keep doing is trying to have a standoff with my troops that are in the entrenchments, and while taking the entrenchments, we had about 1-on-1 with the odds. We have now moved to 2-to-1 on the casualties. They're trying to just shoot it out with guys in entrenchments, and it's not going very well for them. So, once again, another boring fight and really nothing to show you guys. So, we'll probably continue going with the episode after this battle, because there's just nothing happening. I'll be back. Alright, it's 10:14 in the morning, and one thing I have noticed... Ooh, yeah, almost 50% casualties. They've been doing most of their firing at Schaefer's brigade. One thing I have noticed is as I'm pushing these brigades off, they are pulling brigades from over here to fill in the line to continue firing over here. So I'm ordering the 2nd Native Allies Division over in this area to cross at the ford and now hit their depleted flank. So, I love how many casualties we're dealing now. We're at 800 casualties, mostly in one brigade, with 400 casualties in that brigade, but they're up to 1900. That 8% casualties to our 3%. So I am now looking to force this issue. I want this battle over with. They don't want to attack me, I'll go get them. So, I'll be back once that division's in position. Once they start pushing across, it should distract all the units here, and then I'll push across Watkins' division into the trench works. So, I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 11 a.m. And we are slowly starting to work our way across the bridges here. And we're coming across the bridge on the right flank, and the 1st Native Allies Division is now crossed, or my bad, the 2nd Native Allies Division is now crossed over at the ford. So, we're about to start pushing into their flank over here also. We will end this battle today. I am not waiting for these Union boys to do anything. We'll jump up my casualties. I did have it at 3-to-1 a little while ago, but my casualties are now increasing. But I want this battle done today so that we can move on. As soon as we get forced off 1 or 2 more of these brigades, I'll cross these other 2 over. I have detached Shaver's brigade. He got wounded as I was pulling him out of the entrenchments and moving in Hughes' brigade to replace him. First Confederate States sharpshooters, because I moved them forward, are now taking a few more casualties. Not what I'd like to see, but they are a fairly strong brigade. And I know Stevens' brigade is going to take some casualties. I moved them to position over here across the bridge. But we do have them at 11% casualties. We need to get them to 21 for the major victory. This brigade in the woods right there, I didn't even know it was there. My artillery. Look, I'm gonna check this. Oh, there we go. Finally starting to get perks. I'm gonna drive out that battery, maybe. And the Army commander's here. I'm hoping he does not get hit. Normally, I'd like to see a commander get hit, but I want them to stay long enough for me to get the major victory out of this. So I don't need him getting killed just yet. Alright, once these guys are fully across, I can start moving the other two brigades over. Standing up against two brigades over here. 800-man brigade and 550-man brigade. He's not going to have any trouble with that. There's a problem with standing here and fighting these trenches. My troops are getting low on ammo, which means theirs have to be too. It's just the pot shots are taking their tolls. Men, morale, and ammo. Alright, boys, time for you to join the fun. Get across. These brigades should be pushed off by the time they come across the river. Corner brigade should be. You can hit these guys and you go after that battery. Still keeping it at 2-1, but my casualties are climbing. I'm just tired of the waiting game. I can't push across while I got a brigade sitting there. There could be one here I can't see. These guys in Mississippi still? Really? Huh. That battery's still there. It just disappeared on me. Masked batteries, that's what they are. McClellan's great fear on the peninsula. Masked battery. Casualties are mounting. That's what you get when you attack. These guys are sitting here taking like Chad. 600-man strength brigade, down 350 casualties, and you're sitting there taking it. At least it's not like the last battle where they're retreating right away. Seal off that battery. You realize how long this battle was taking. Time for another 2 fingers keyboard. I'm kind of miffed. I finished off my Glenlivet. Only had a finger of it left, so I'm drinking Johnny Black with Glenlivet. It's a bit of a downgrade. It is what it is. How the hell is that brigade standing there and taking it? Why are you idle? That's why you're not leveling. It says idle, but it's got the firing animation. Alright, it says it's firing now. Yep, and there was a brigade in there. It's a good thing I didn't send that division across. Flank out of the air. And that battery's been there the whole time. It took no casualties. Are you kidding me? All those bullets flying. We got him at 16% casualties, then to get a little higher. Yeah, boys, start pushing it in. You come over here and join your division. Attack's gotten a little messy because I did more than I originally planned. So off that battery good. You guys should be shooting at that battery too. Gamble's got... I've seen off like 5 detachments from Gamble. I don't know how he has the men left to send anybody out. Oh, don't kill the army commander, not yet. Ugh. 17%. Need to get a little higher. Can't feel good for these Union boys. They got Indians on both their flanks. got another brigade standing here like Chad's just taking it. Fire from 3 directions. Don't even show them being flanked. And they're probably dishing out more casualties than they received. Got them up to 18%. 3 more percent. Got to get them up to 21. That number keeps changing. Keeps jumping between 21 and 22. Kind of angering me a little bit. They have not left these entrenchments, so I can't even push this division across the front. Give me a level at all. He's almost leveled. Stovall's battery's barely climbing. You know what? I served with a man in the army with that same last name. I wonder if they're related. I haven't seen the guy in over 20 years, so I don't know how to contact him to find out. These brigades all reformed. These were all broken brigades, but I'm glad they reformed. That means I can dish out more casualties. Yeah, over 50% casualties, and they're still standing there. I'm at 2,200 casualties. He's at 4,400. And if their army commander's not dead yet, I'm surprised. Ignore the skirmishers. Pawnee Brigade wants to play with them, let them. You know what? Advance past them. That'll solve that issue. Where's Confederate State are out of ammo. Ignore the skirmishers. They are not your issue. Ignore them. Stop turning. They finally going to break over here? 500 casualties, 250 men left, and they're still standing. Jeez. Gave you orders, goddamn follow them. There we go. That is what I want to see. No, the withdrawing, that's going to be an issue. Another, Hughes wounded now. That's 2 wounded officers. Here we're drawn up. Oh, we got the major victory. Good. Excellent. But they are not shown with the withdrawal yet. Which is a little odd. There it is. These guys are coming across a bridge. Charge them. See if we can't bag this brigade, increase the casualty numbers. There we go, bagged them. Go chase down these batteries. Oh, I wish I had cavalry in this army. This is another one of my corps that does not have cavalry. How many men we captured? 1,000. All right. That brings them up 27% casualties. They just disappeared from the site, but they didn't get whipped out. Oh, there's a battery whipped out too. 18 men, and okay, that's who we were just looking at. All right. Just came up the left side a little. Oh, nope, nope. Thought it would have been the second one. That's a detachment on the guns. Thought it was a battery. We charged the 19th. Where's the old brigade? I saw them on the field, and I know I've wiped that brigade out 3 times over. Need to finish them off. Go get those guns. Don't let them get away with them. Third brigade whipped out. 5th brigade whipped out. How many we got there? 1,500 men. Almost 16. And another 1,100, almost 12. Oh, this is turning ugly for them. That is 41% casualties. Oh, let's get a few more. Let's bring it up to 50%. Like, oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. 52.5%. This is now more than the other battle where they all surrendered. I think another one just surrendered. 65%. Oh. I've never seen numbers like that. Never. I think we can let the rest go. Wow. They just fell apart. Wow. That is a beautiful sight to behold looking at those numbers. So we took out 16,000 of his 23,000 infantry. He got all 40 of his guns. Didn't get all of his artillerymen, though. So that dark blue line, some of them got away. So a total of 17,000 of his 24,000 man force. We lost 2,346 of our 27,500 infantry. None of our guns. For a total loss of 2,361 because we did lose some artillerymen. All right, let's take a look at this. There's only the one viewer unit in this force. But I'm going to go take a look at everybody here. The engineers did not fight. Maury's division, which has Hughes Brigade, Tandy's Brigade, and the Pawnee Brigade. So Hughes did 514 casualties to infantry, somehow plus up to 524. Tandy did 244 to infantry, captured 8, 18 to artillery for a total of 270, and the Pawnee Brigade did 61. That's it? Thought they would have done more than that. First Native Allies. Oh, that was who I was looking at. Why didn't we get Maury's division? All right, Shaver caused 443 casualties to infantry, but he took just as many in return. Yeah. So he lost 68 killed, 404 wounded, 70 missing. So he lost 542 men. Even though he was fighting from entrenchments the whole time, he actually took more casualties than he ditched out. And he was firing at troops in the open. So it kind of pisses me off a little bit. His numbers should be greater put out than taken in return. That pisses me off a little bit. Stevens' brigade did 697 to infantry, took 81 prisoner for a total of 778. And the 1st Confederate State Sharpshooters did 1,213 casualties to infantry and 3 to artillery for a total of 1217. I didn't even realize they did that many casualties. But I did kind of maneuver them onto the flanks of a few brigades. That probably explains that, but damn. 1st Confederate State Sharpshooters did a good job. Watkins Division, which is Claiborne, Porterfield, and Major. They were the guys in the center that couldn't get across until the end. So, division total is 86. Little's Division, which is the 2nd Native Allies Division. Corse's Brigade did 192 to infantry and 29 to artillery for a total of 230. Grayson's Brigade did 340 to infantry. And Jenkins' Brigade did 422 to infantry. And the artillery did 234 all told, but they were firing all day. All damn day they were firing. So, not as many casualties the artillery as I would like, but they were firing at that one battery most of the day that was in the entrenchments. But 234 is not bad at all for 10-pound parrots. And we did lose 2 officers wounded. But all in all, I mean, those numbers, you can't argue with the numbers. We bagged 60, what was that, 62% of the force? Ugh. Even though that was a major victory, it only dropped their national morale by 0.27%. That's BS. That should have been like a full 1% drop right there. I wonder how overcrowded Camp Chase is going to be now. Oof. It's going to be one of those battles I remember for a long time. At least until the Alzheimer's kicks in. Alright, the enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 15,998 men. There are 574 killed and 12,492 captured. Jeez. Our casualties total 2,361 men with 336 killed and 370 missing. We've captured 12,282 rifles and 14 guns from the battlefield. And we shipped 11,407 enemy soldiers down to prison camps. Oh my god. This is just wow. Let's move that power bar a bit though. Good God. Let's get that rolled off. Three battles in 2 days. I guess you could say 4 days, because this started on the end of the Battle of Fort Mifflin. Oh, and we won. Campaign is over. That damn time. Holy moly. Happy fucking New Year. Ugh. Happy New Year. Whew. I thought this campaign was going to be over a week ago, but damn. We finally did it. Always does that flavor newspaper twice. Let's go through this video.
fighting for independence, and that, or extermination, we will have. Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederate States of America. Epilogue. Apostles of Disunion. All the Confederacy asked was to be let alone. Instead, the states with which they were lately confederated attempted a subjugation by arms. But the sword in Southern hand was grasped tightly, and it was against this sword the Union, under its stubborn leader Lincoln, threw itself. Relying on the divine power that they believed covered with its protection the cause they held just, the Southern soldiers struggled for their freedom, independence, and self-government. And in this struggle, the Confederacy achieved the unbelievable. On the brink of an abyss into which they did not wish to look, against all odds, as all the might of the Union crashed against them, the ranks of Southern soldiers held firm. But it would be only after the bloody and heroic struggle for freedom, the Confederacy's true demeanor would be revealed. The nation was born from rebellion and extreme states' rights principles, and even during a war of survival against a common foe, plagued by internal feuds and petty rivalries, the apostles of disunion would find no comfort within another union of states centrally governed. The idea of men depriving other men of their freedom would not succeed in the changing world. The question of slavery, the so-called divine institution the Confederacy was based on to protect, in its moral impossibility, would sooner rather than later threaten to implode the quarrelsome nation. And when that time comes, the Confederacy will be surrounded only by enemies, like hungry wolves, looking for any sign of weakness to exploit.
All right. Wow. Even the end screen is glitched out. Gotta love it. So, these end screen numbers don't exactly match what should be there. Once again, this did reset. So the casualty numbers that you do see are probably double what they actually are that they're showing. But this was a long, long road to victory. It's probably one of the longest campaigns I've played in this game. We've gone through the battles of 1st Manassas, 2nd Manassas, Gailey Bridge, 3rd Manassas, Fredericksburg, Gordonsville, 2nd Gordonsville, 2nd Fredericksburg, Bridgeport Bridge, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th Manassas, Battle of Winchester, 8th Manassas, Front Royal Bridge, 9th, 10th, and 11th Manassas, Fort Scott, St. Joseph Ferry, Goldsboro Bridge, Strasburg, Independence, Appomattox, Rolla, Beverly, St. Joseph, 2nd Rolla, 2nd St. Joseph Ferry, 12th Manassas, 2nd Winchester, Pappinsville, Council Bluffs, Bloomington, Ohio and Erie Canal, Cincinnati, Toledo, Alexandria, 2nd Toledo, Washington, D.C., Indian Village, 2nd Washington, D.C., Wabash and Erie Canal, Quincy, Cairo, 2nd Cairo, Palmyra, 3rd Toledo, Columbus, Railroad Bridge, Quincy Port, 2nd Railroad Bridge, 2nd Palmyra, Springfield, Peoria, Iowa City, Decatur, Susquehanna River, Dubuque Railroad West, Staunton, Dubuque, Wilmington, Marietta, Davenport, 2nd Strasburg, New Market, Fort Mifflin, and Greencastle. Long campaign, but well worth it. For as aggravating and as frustrating as it was for myself, and I know a few of you, my viewers, found it as aggravating and as frustrating as me, judging by the comments, well worth playing. I had a lot of fun with it. Probably got a few more gray hairs out of it, but I had fun with it. So I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts, especially on this video. This is the last one. Everybody's comments on the campaign as a whole. I would love to hear everybody's thoughts on that. So it is now December 30th. This will be releasing on December 31st at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard. And as I said, I will be doing the fresh campaign for the New Year's. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be on January 1st. So the first episode for the next campaign should be on... Hold on, where's my calendar? It will be a Monday release. Actually, yeah, so you should expect it on January 2nd. So, if you've not been to my community post yet and given me a brigade, I am going to be closing that post today. Actually, no, I'll close it tomorrow morning. And then any other requests after that, if you'd like to have an officer created, you will not be able to do that. So, with that, I'm grateful to everybody who followed me throughout this campaign. Grateful to all the new viewers that joined in on the fun with us. And once again, give me all the comments that you have about the campaign as a whole if you've watched it all the way through. So, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, and you watch this entire campaign and you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Once again, go to my community post, give me a brigade for the upcoming Union campaign. It's not a Confederate campaign, it's a Union campaign. Summer 61 start. So even you Southerners who have a problem, give me a name for a Union. Come on, think of a flavor name. You can give me a good flavor name. I rename states like a Georgia Loyalist or something like that. Give me a good flavor name for some of your brigades. Don't just hide out in the corner and say, I'm not giving it a Union name. Give me a good flavor name. And I'll see you all at the next episode on Monday. Stay grumpy.